Hey Megan, I am Kelly Krebs. I have been working with you these last few weeks to get you admitted to the program. So welcome to Hamlin. We're really excited you're joining us. Uh, as promised, this is a follow-up email and video to get you registered for fall term. Something new I'm trying this time just to sort of see how it goes, these individualized video sessions. It's just a little more personable, but it also just gives me a chance to talk through sort of where you're at in the program and give you a little bit more information as you start. So I have an agenda attached in this email if you want to follow along, but I will be referring to this degree evaluation that you received when you were admitted that I had sent out with the email I sent earlier this week, but I'm also attaching a copy to this email if you want to follow along there. So first of all, again, welcome. We're really glad you're joining the online program. Once you get registered, a Hamlin email account will be created and you'll get login information for that. And that will also be your username. So usually it's the person's first initial of their first name, their last name, and then a number after it. So you'll be MKC like '01 or '02 or '03, and that at hamlin.edu. But that MKC02 is also going to be your username. So look for that. Once you get registered, you should have received login information about getting into Pipeline, which is our portal for students where all of the information about them and their program is located. It's where you can check grades, check your student account, pay bills, all of those things, all of your personal information as well. So besides my role in admissions with the program, I also serve as the online navigator, and that means I'm your main advisor while you're in the program, and am there to help you, to answer questions. I'll be working with you each term to determine what courses make the most sense and get you registered for those classes, and then again moving forward all the way through graduation. I'm going to talk a little bit about Hamlin Plan requirements. So the Hamlin Plan is our general education requirements. It's sort of how Hamlin does the liberal arts. And it's not necessarily a set number of courses. Instead, it's about skills and competencies that we think are important for all Hamlin graduates to have in the world. And quite frankly, it's the same skills and competencies that employers are looking for these days when they're hiring. It's things such as critical thinking and problem solving and communication and cultural competency. And you'll see on the degree evaluation, that middle column, the HP, that stands for Hamlin Plan, it's the series of letters. And those letters correspond to different competencies or skills within the Hamlin Plan. And they are attached to certain courses, but again, it's not necessarily a set number of courses because one course could have multiple Hamlin Plan letters on it, and which they do. So the courses within your psychology program have many of those skills and competencies embedded into that coursework, and then there'll be some other freestanding courses that is where you'll pick up some of those letters as well. So looking at your degree evaluation, you'll see that you are transferring in 72 credits. Within psychology, you're transferring 4 of those credits in, leaving you 9 courses within the major to finish. And then the Hamlin Plan requirements that you have left to fulfill, you're bringing in 5 of them. So that you'll have the transfer seminar or the TSEM, which is required for all students, Communication 1650, English 1800, which is professional writing, a collaboration, and then 2 humanities courses, which is more of the traditional liberal arts types of courses that are going to be required. That leaves you a minimum of 56 credits left to graduate. That 56 plus the 72 that you're coming in with gets you to 128, which is what the degree is made up of. That's going to be about 14 or 15 courses depending on how the Hamlin Plan letters are going to be distributed. So I use the evaluation to consult with you to decide what courses we're going to take each term. It's going to be different for every student because students are transferring in different courses all the time. But I'll always work with you to make sure that you're registering for classes that you need and that are going to move you forward to graduation. And whether that's for graduation courses within your major or the Hamlin plan, or even just to get to that 128. Okay, looking towards fall term 2019, the term begins on September 3rd, which is the day after Labor Day. A term is 16 weeks long. We have 3 of them in a year, fall, spring, and summer. And then that 16-week term is divided into 2 8-week sessions. So each class is just 8 weeks long. I've listed out the courses that we're offering in session 1 and in session 2 in the email. Typically what we do is the first session we always offer a TSEM, or that transfer seminar, since it's a required course for all students coming into the program. It's an important first course because it will introduce you to online learning at Hamlin, some of the support and resources available to students in the program. You'll have some research projects that you'll be doing in there and utilizing our library database to do that research, which is going to be important to learn because you're going to be doing a lot of research for the other courses that are going to be coming up. And then the other thing is it's going to be pretty writing intensive. A lot of our students coming into the program have maybe been out of school for a while, and it's a way to brush up on that academic writing, the writing of more of papers and essays. So it's a great first course for students who are starting. And then you can take a second course in addition to that. Just want to talk a little bit about full-time versus part-time. So to be considered a full-time student, you need to take at least 3 courses or 12 credits over the course of a 16-week term. Part-time is anything less than that, 2 courses or even just 1 course in a term. And that decision to go full-time or part-time, it's based on a couple things, just basically what kind of course load you think you can handle. Our students, most of them work full-time. Many have family commitments or other commitments in their lives. So that's a decision you need to think about. While online courses are great, they're convenient, they're flexible, they also just take a lot of discipline, and it's important that you're able to keep up with assignments every week. There's 8 modules within a course that correspond to those 8 weeks, and you'll have deadlines each week of assignments and readings and discussion posts that you need to do. That discussion room is pretty active. Faculty will post a question or a case study that they want students to respond to in the discussion board. And usually there are deadlines like Sunday night at midnight and Wednesday night at midnight that you have to have those. And then you're responding back to what other students are saying in there as well. And that's how that classroom discussion takes place in the online environment. So that said, I know, and I think I had sent a couple emails to you about this. I know you were anxious to really move forward in this program as quickly as possible, which I understand. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I mean, the good news is you're transferring in a number of credits and courses, which is great. The downside of that is there aren't going to always be courses that you need that we're going to be offering, and that happens to be the case this first term. For session 1 of fall term, we have two options for you: the transfer seminar and then the psychology course, Adult Development and Aging, which are both courses that you need and move you forward in your program. Unfortunately, the psychology course that we're offering session 2, Risk and Resilience, you are transferring that course in. So you would not want to take it, or you do not need to take it. It's not going to help you. So there isn't really an option for session 2. So your one option is the what I have in the email there, the transfer seminar and Adult Development and Aging for session 1. So let me know what you think about that. I haven't heard back from you, and I just like to know what your thinking is and how you feel about that. I really don't think that this will be an issue moving forward as I look to see sort of what's on the dockets for future terms and what's in development. So I think you will be able to be full-time, taking 3 and maybe sometimes even 4 courses each term. Okay, the rest of the email, I just have some information about the academic calendar, giving you start and end dates for different sessions for the rest of the academic year. And then finally, just a financial aid reminder, if you haven't submitted it yet, please get online and do your FAFSA as soon as possible. We need that information to process your financial aid award. And we also need you to submit the HU financial aid form, which is a really short form. It'll take you about 1 minute, just letting us know if you plan to go full-time or part-time. I think that's it. Let me know if you have questions. I'd love to hear back about the courses you'd like to move forward with by early next week. We just want to make sure we have enough time to get you time to order your textbooks and to get your financial aid in place so that you're ready to begin on September 3rd. Hey, again, Megan, welcome to Hamlin, and I look forward to hearing back from you. All right, take care. Bye.